Hi, so today we're going to be covering off something that's really important, and it's called quiet time. And I suppose the key thing that I'm kind of looking at is, what is quiet time? Well, quiet time is where you find that piece of time during the day where there are absolutely no interruptions. It's where you say for a specific time every day or maybe every 2 days where I need 1 hour to myself or 45 minutes to myself or an hour and a half or whatever that time span is with absolutely no interruptions. No phone, no children, no partner, no interruptions. I've got to sit and get this done. And that's what's called quiet time. And if you think about what quiet time really relates to, if you think about working in an office environment, for those of you who have ever gone into an office early in the morning when there's nobody else there, we'll say, 8 o'clock before everyone arrives at 9, you will find that the work you do during that 1 hour will be absolutely incredible compared to maybe the amount of work you get done for the rest of the day, because that 1 hour is uninterrupted time. Quiet time. Also, some of you may find that you may be used to working later in the evenings in an office environment where you decide that I'm going to work at 6 o'clock in the evening or work from 6 till 7 to avoid the traffic, and again in that uninterrupted time you get a lot more work done. So what we're really saying here is, even working from home, we've got to try and find that uninterrupted time. For some of you working from home, uninterrupted time is easy because for some of you, you might be the only person in the house, so you don't even have to think about it. But for others, where you may have children or you may have partners who are also working from home, or you may have, other colleagues working from home with you, or whatever it may be, then there will be interruptions. So quiet time is putting into process something that says, I need this time during the day. And what are the key points about it? Well, number one is you have to let the other people know that this is what you're doing. And you have to let the other people know that this is really important for you to achieve your goals during your work situation. You also may have to find a way of doing it. And, in an office environment, and a lot of offices, where people bring in a structure like this, they bring in some kind of way of doing it. So, for example, there's a company in London, and what they do is, if somebody is on quiet time, that person wears a baseball hat. Stupid, absolutely yes. But at least if people go up to them, they know that they can't be interrupted. There's another company I know in Dublin who's an American multinational company based in Dublin, and they have installed what I call traffic light systems. So in other words, if the traffic light is on red on their desk, then nobody can come up to them. I know another company that actually have a Rubik's Cube and have this Rubik's Cube on their desk. So if somebody comes up and the Rubik's Cube is on the desk, they can't be interrupted. And I know it sounds silly, but it does work, and it has helped lots of people to find that quiet time during the day. But it has to work for you and what's right for your organisation and what's right for you at home. I did come across I suppose, for want of a better word, a picture on Facebook the other day that I'm going to put up now, which I think is excellent again, and it's mainly for children. If you have children, now of course the children would have to be children that can understand this. If you've got 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds tying around your feet, of course they're not going to understand that. But what we've got to do is find a way to try and find that quiet time for a period of time during the day. People say to me, well, why the red baseball hat? Why the Rubik's Cube? Why the traffic light? Why all of these things? Why that picture that I've just put up? Well, you see, it's a way we communicate. And I'm just trying to think of something now. I can't think now. You know that thing... what's that thing called? Oh my God, what's it called? The other thing that deaf people use to read. What's that thing called that deaf people use to read? I can't think. I'm sure some of you, when I was doing that, probably said Braille. And if you did, I just wanted to think for a second. Deaf people don't use Braille. Blind people use Braille to read, but not deaf people. But the reason you said Braille is because visually I was doing this, okay, which is visually saying Braille. And when we communicate, visual communication is massive. So the visual communication of seeing people with a baseball hat on, or seeing a Rubik's Cube, or seeing a traffic light is a much clearer communication to somebody that they cannot be interrupted. It's a much clearer communication. So therefore, that is why people do put these things together and have these things as a clear communication. Please, I cannot be interrupted. This is my quiet time. So please try and find quiet time during the day to get things done. Some of you may want to try and find quiet time during the day to meditate or to think or to plan things. I don't know. Doesn't matter what it's for, but you need to try and find quiet time during the day. Okay, finally, I am going to be coming back and putting videos together in terms of managing teams while working from home. But in the meantime, the next video I'm going to do will just be a short summary video of all the other videos that we've covered. So, again, I hope there's been something that you can take away from these videos. They're only up there just to try and help you. So, again, feel free to look in and feel free to share if you wish. And stay safe.